actually saw an interview Don Jazzy did where he said to get Rema to where he is right now with Baby, Calm Down, Calm Down, they spent $5 million.
Exactly.
So as an artist, you're only as big as your budget. Where do they get $5 million from?
Who?
The Don Jazzys to
Streaming.
But you said there's no money in streaming.
But for them there is.
Because they've
How
broken
big
into
is the
those...
Nigerian diaspora in the US and the UK? And how long has Don Jazzy himself been working that market as an individual and as a business?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then also, before they spent that Rema money, they'd already gotten some VC funding, big amount.
Yeah.
So they identified this is the one guy we're going to ride and die with.
Yeah.
And it paid off. I mean, their buyout was in the tune, close to just slightly over 250 million US. Yeah.
Okay.
So there's that bit. So you
Okay.
have now your marketing budget.
Yeah.
You're going to break into the US, minimum you need right now
Yeah.
as a Kenyan artist is $500,000.
Wow.
Minimum.
Yeah. And how do I spend that? What's the budget for this? Where do I take it?
So PR, number
Okay,
one, you
yeah.
need to find a PR agent in the US
Yeah.
who then gets you the different interviews, who makes the calls to the different big pods, radio, and media, and then your versions of Tiny Desk, right? But with 500K, you're not getting Tiny Desk.
Of course.
You're getting Rap Radar and other things. And then you need around 250 for YouTube ads and placements in those things. And then another maybe 100K in getting into the university radio circuit to have those conversations, because college radio is big. African student societies are also, African student associations, ASAs, are also very influential right now because of the rise of African music. So getting to them and having their conversations on their platforms is also very important. So that's the US.
Okay.
Now I've considered the UK.
Yeah.
So maybe that's another £200,000 to get into the UK, have those conversations, get on radio. However, as Kenyan artists, we have a distinct advantage in the UK. Let me say a stepping stone. They're two individuals who have really been helping East African artists. Let me also say Kenyan artists who are Kenyan. So Sir Prestige and DJ Edu work with the BBC, and if you have a project, they will give you the opportunity to get on some of the BBC stations and have conversations. They hosted Nikita, they've hosted Bien, they've hosted Ben Soul. You know, they just need you to get there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because they're the ones who went many years ago
Yeah.
and have really, like John the Baptist, cleared the path, right? So once you're there, they will help, right? And I think the only other market we don't have too much information on is Asia, especially South Korea, because they're really focused on.
Yeah, because I was going to ask, we still think of US and UK as we don't look at Asia.
Because those are the main streaming markets, right? Those are the main markets where there's discovery, there's appreciation, there's also touring,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Most of the global music venues are in these two,
Okay.
the European continent and the US.
Uh-huh.
The ones who are growing on a global scale then get to go to the Asian side, right? So if you're in the Asian's vein of music, so that's hip hop, on the R&B side, and then pop. So I think now Tyler's the one breaking into Asia, Japan, Korea, and then just your big time rappers are the ones on that side, and then your big time pop stars, so your Taylors and Beyonces and all those guys.
Yeah.
But as African artists, the sound that is moving that side now is house music. So South Africans are now starting to make a few waves that side. So yeah, there has to be some Rema.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's very pop, right? So it takes some time, but also takes a big check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to ask you about the dark side of music, the back end. We see a lot of people talking about industry plans. Is that an actual thing? We don't actually see people talking about it, but can you talk to me about stream farming? And money laundering through the music industry. Those are the things I want to hear about the dark side.
Stream farming is a very interesting service that is offered by certain individuals. That they have a room full of phones and devices that will stream your song on a continuous loop 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to run up your streams. So you might find you've hired someone in China, Indonesia, even here in Kenya, and they have devices. This whole room will be filled with devices, and they'll stream your music to the point where now the algorithm picks you up. Because all these digital service providers in music and culture content, it's run by an algorithm, right? So, of course, there are people who program the algorithm, but the more you are streamed, the more the algorithm starts pushing you out to people to watch, right? So that's what stream farming is, and the people who have been caught doing it, some people still do it, and it's just a way of running up the numbers. Yeah, because in a space where your dollar value is calculated by your share in the overall streams of a platform. If your streams are higher, that means that dollar value to you is more.
Meaning you calculate. So Spotify says this month Kenya has done 500 million streams. So if you've gotten 2 million from that 500, that's what you mean?
That's what your share will be, but it's not calculated just it's under Kenya, yes.
Yeah, okay.
And then for the global one, it's going to be global, like where you streamed in the US, where you stream from.
Okay.
So it shows.
Okay.
So your analytics will actually show which country and cities you were streamed in.
Oh, but if I'm sitting in Kenya, if it's a stream farm, I can manipulate the VPN and make it look like I'm being streamed from the US?
Exactly.
Is it illegal?
Very. If you're busted, I mean, your YouTube is taken down, your Spotify is discontinued, Apple Music, the same thing.
Has anyone ever been busted for that?
Yeah, a bunch of guys. You never hear about it.
Oh, you don't hear about it? Oh, you can say?
Yeah, but also I can't say.
Why?
Or you find someone, there's a word that YouTube uses. They start, they reduce your visibility on YouTube. So you can't see it. You can't.
Okay,
a lot of
when
people can't start viewing what you've put out. So people do stream farm. So now, I think the alternative to stream farming, not really alternative, right? The thing that people started doing in order to like go away from that was clickbaiting. Yeah.
Meaning?
So your thumbnail is something that is baiting you to click on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just spent $1 million on technology.
Yeah.
But you did.
Yeah. And even then YouTube, I know whatever. But when it comes to music, I mean, I heard that there's a very well-renowned musician within the region that that's what they're known for. That's all they're known for. Because how you can tell, another way you can tell someone is not legit is when they have extremely high streams, but they're not able to sell out a physical location. Because you said that's also where they're not able to sell it out. So people are listening online, yes, but you're not able to sell tickets for people to come see you on.
Yeah, I mean, that's also a challenge. And also the reverse happens. So I'll give an example, like Kanye sold out SoFi in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
70,000 tickets.
Yeah.
But they were saying that he only sold 100,000 albums, which doesn't make sense because the people who pre-saved the album to pre-order the ticket was close to 2 million people.
So then...
That means they'd listened to that album over and over, or even just that one song.
Okay.
So, I mean, it happens in reverse as well.
Okay. Talk to me about industry plants.
An industry plant is someone who didn't do the work.
And is that a bad thing? Plant me. Damn it.
It's not, but then the thing is, so let's do it this way.
Yeah.
Someone is an industry plant and their music is streaming fantastically well.
Okay.
Right? Let's say in this market, Kenya, right? And then in a market such as this, when it comes to touring artists, At some point, it was just Sauti and MDQ, and Blinky, and maybe someone else. So the share of festival circuits and whatever was just those 4 artists in different spaces. So someone is an industry plant, the music sounds great, but live they're trash. And then they go out to another market to perform. Those guys won't talk about that artist. They'll say that Kenyan artist who came here was terrible, right? So you come back, now what's the challenge? Oh, Kenyan, and this is something that actually happens. They'll start saying Kenyan artists don't fill out venues.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why? Oh, so and so came, he performed. It was a 500 cap venue, we only got 20 people. So hapo amechoma. Your European and American bookers are not, they're not here for charity. They have artists on their rosters that make them 300K a show in commission. And then they have artists down here who are let's say, the bottom of their list artists are doing 100, 150 shows, even if it's £500-600 per show or $600 per show, they're putting in volume, and they're filling out these venues, right? So the touring in New works as in you start small cap venues 150 to 300, then you go from 350 to 500, then 550 to 1,000, then 1,000 to 2,000,
Yeah.
2,000, 5,000, 5,000, you'll stick there for a while.
Yeah.
Then you go to 10K, then from 10K, you book your first arena,
Yeah.
right? So
The
if
O2. Yeah.
so, let's say you're a plant and you're doing millions of streams,
Yeah.
and you can't do the 150 to 200 cap, you can't fill that out. What will they say? This person was stream farming, Kenyan artists don't make us money. How come even their own diaspora people didn't come? So
So
much
then
trauma
it's a
for
team.
everyone.
It's a team issue then, because an
Yeah.
artist is only as good as their team.
Exactly. And there are people who have built solid foundations. So Blinky, MDQ, Sauti, now BN, who was touring before quite a bit. On the DJ side, John Falme did quite a bit in terms of just the club shows all over the place. And they've built a reputation. So our reputation is that we're very good live.
Okay.
And we have a very cultish community
Okay.
as Kenyans and East Africans.
There's this notion that, especially when other artists come from abroad, and when I say abroad, I even mean other African artists. There's this thing where we say studying abroad is only UK, Europe, which is pathetic. If you study also in Nigeria, you're studying abroad. They come from abroad and they do a pathetic job. A lot of tickets are given out for free, and it's just because they didn't come for the work, really. They came because they were given a lot of money to wash. Is that true?
So first of all, I think there needs to be a realization that big chunks of the music industry was funny money, not just in Kenya. NWA was funded by Eazy-E, who was a drug dealer. Before Jay-Z started this whole thing,
Drugs.
What was 50?
Gangster.
Drugs. So.
Oh, damn.
And then if you look at Nigeria, all the scammers, Yahoo boys, Nigerian billionaires, they really put their money into the entertainment space, right?
Why is it?
SA, same thing. The Amapiano guys, a lot of their money initially was coming from the gangsters, right?